Okay, so today we're going to write equations of parallel and perpendicular lines. So this is very similar to writing equations in slope-intercept form. The only thing that is different is we need to identify the slope of the line that is parallel or perpendicular to the line that we're writing the equation of. So let's just review. So remember that the slope of two parallel lines is the same slope. So this is what we did before. So if we look at this equation, remember it's y equals mx plus b. The slope of this equation is going to be -4. So the slope of our new equation, which we're going to write, is going to be -4 because it's parallel to this line right here. Okay? So the slopes will be the same. Now, the only thing that's different with our new line is it's going to pass through this point. So this point is going to be our x and our y when we're finding our y-intercept, or the b. Okay, so that's what we're going to do next. We're going to use the slope and the y-intercept. I'm just going to circle this because I'm going to need that at the end. So we're going to use the slope and we're going to use this point and we're going to figure out what our b is. So we're going to have -6 equals -4 times x, which is 2, plus b. So we have -6 equals -8 plus b. Now we're going to add 8 to both sides. So our b is equal to 2. So now we're just going to use this m and the b, and we're going to rewrite the equation of the line. So y equals -4x plus 2. And that would be your answer. Okay, so this next one, we're going to write an equation in slope-intercept form for a line perpendicular to. Okay, so now we have to remember that two perpendicular lines have slopes that are the opposite reciprocal. So the opposite reciprocal. So what I told you before is that you just change the sign and flip it. So this is what you want to do to find the slope of a line perpendicular. So here is our line, right here. Now the slope of this line is 1/5. So the slope of the line perpendicular to that would be, so we're going to change the sign. So since it's positive, we're going to make it negative, and then we're going to flip it. So it's going to be 5/1. So our slope of our new line will be -5. Okay, we don't need any of this information anymore. Okay, so just ignore that line. All we needed that line for was to find the slope of the new line. So now we have our x and our y, and we need to figure out what the b is. So y equals mx plus b. So we're going to do y is 0, our m is -5, and our b is 2. I mean, our x is 2. And then we need to find the b. So now we're just going to solve this. We add 10 to both sides. We get b is equal to 10. Okay, now I'm just going to rewrite this equation using my new m and the b that I solved for. So the only thing that is different here is we are finding the slope a little bit different. Okay, let's look at one more example. So we're going to write an equation in slope-intercept form for a line perpendicular to this line, y equals 1/3 x plus 2, through the point 0, 8. Okay, so the slope of this line right here is 1/3. So the slope of our new line is going to be perpendicular. So we're going to change the sign and flip it. So we'd have -3 over 1. So our new slope will be -3. Okay, now we need to figure out what our b is. So we're going to use this point right here as the x and the y. And we're just going to plug in all those values. So we have 8 equals m, which is -3, times x, which is 0, plus b. So we have -8 equals -3 times 0 would be 0. 0 plus b is just b. So that is our y-intercept, is 8. So now I'm going to just plug those in. -3x plus 8. And that would be your answer.